as we initiate this project in Kansas City, Missouri, on a memorial, the first memorial in the nation on human trafficking, right here in our city. With this project and with our collaboration, we create awareness. Fine. What next? Then what do you see happening as a result of awareness? And I have this question for both Kristy and Derron.
So awareness is really kind of where I started with, outreach to the women on the street. What they do now is they have a definition, and by the Palermo protocol, prostitution is exactly that. But what they've done in the United States is they've taken it and said, these are human trafficking victims and these are just whores. And so what is happening is these victims are being left behind, where we have the good victims that provide cases to the Department of Justice so they are able to prosecute someone. So that's what's important to our government. And so I've learned so much of things that need to change. And one thing that is critical when dealing with this issue of commercial sexual exploitation is it happens because men buy sex. So we have to shift our culture to that is not okay. That like exploiting women, going to the strip clubs, pornography, it's rampant. And so we have a society that devalues women, that objectifies women. So we have to change that.
And in my belief, and I think that I'm pretty true, or you can see the evidence of this in our society, is that we have such a ultra right-wing ideology, so prevalent in our communities, then the first ones to be victimized are women and children. And so we have to have the legislation that addresses that patriarchal masculine energy that can, bring about the laws that will create the behaviors for us to take this thing seriously. And so that's where I will be front and center.
This is a situation that affects women and children. And when I say children, or when we say children, it's not only girl children, it's boy children as well.
It's real. It's not a movie. This is real life situations that are happening every single day. And then when you can explain that to people, we've made it too easy. Oh, we call our boy, they're 18. You're a man now. No, you're not.
Right.
What's the test that makes you that man?
Right.
And until we explain it in the way that, when this guy was telling me about how they do steel, he said they take steel and put it in wet environment, dry environment, hot, they put it in heat and cold. They test the steel before they use it. Well, what tests are you going through in America that we can put together that the men, boys can go through before they just claim they're men?
Right.
Here you just turned 21, you're a man all of a sudden, or you're a woman.
Right.
We have to start talking about what is that manhood really looks like, and then you'll change that. Because to me, manhood is a protector. In America, we do a piss poor job of protecting children and women. We get an F. And until we start to have that conversation, then you change everything else. Until men understand you are the guardian to make sure that women can walk to the store, that the little girls can play jump rope without nobody bothering them, the boys can play kickball or basketball without nobody bothering them, then you make changes.
This public art will start a conversation, which then you can pick up from, which the leaders can pick up from. You obviously have a platform and you will talk about it, but public art is so universal. It's non-committal. It's a harbinger for conversations to start. But art has to have meaning, It has to serve a greater purpose in life. It just cannot be about the adulation and the celebration. There's only so much happiness you can get with that. But when you get profound inner peace, that comes from bringing work to inner cities where it does more than just become an object of storytelling or aesthetic. That it actually has a greater purpose in life, which is that it drives people out. Because I'm just in awe of individuals who can get out there at the grassroots level and talk to people and make change happen. And the people who don't take any initiative or empathize or support or whatever, it's because they think that the women have a choice. If we can, and that's why my first panel is isolation, because I think that's where that problem is.
But we are all connected, even if it's through someone else or through 3 other people that we know. We are all connected, and change needs to happen on so many levels. And when it comes to the issue of human trafficking, commercial sexual exploitation, if you have any interest, go to veronicasvoice.org, get involved. You can volunteer. Of course, we take donations, in whatever way you might fit in. If you just need educated on the issue, there's so many things out there. Some things are not accurate, some things are very sensationalized. This is happening here in Kansas City. This is happening in all over the Kansas City area. It's not just happening in the old Northeast area. This is going out to Johnson County. This is the whole Metroplex, Kansas and Missouri side. So it touches people's lives, and it may even touch your life in such a way that you don't even know it's touching your life.
Human trafficking has existed for such a long time, and yet and still we consider ourselves to be a progressive society, but at the same time we don't take care of our most vulnerable and have processes to be able to give them the resources that they need to save a Veronica. And so I applaud you with what it is that you're doing with your organization, and I applaud you as well for bringing the awareness of this situation. And I'm just committed to doing whatever I can as well, regardless if it's politics or any of those things. I'm seriously touched by the impact that this has having on our community. So I appreciate the 2 of you for allowing me to come out here and to listen and to be a part of this. So thank you.
We have young people here who are really working proactively towards the situation. So I am very hopeful about the future, and we all have our places in life very set in that. I, as the artist Hasna Sal, I am creating the work so that this reaches it reaches the community at large. 3 of us are here today to address this issue, and we are going to work together hand in hand to make sure that we raise the awareness for this pandemic, and we look forward to talking to you again in the future. So thank you for your time, and we will be back again soon.